Good day, everybody. I hope you all are amazing and I hope you are ready for the next challenge. This glove challenge has forced me to step up in a big way. And I hope it's done the same for you. I am at a Fempower Luxury Retreats now, and this week we are talking all about self-care on our series to our Glow Up Challenge. And I thought, what better way to have this conversation than enjoy a cappuccino from the barn at Old McDaddy and, you know, the space of Apple Grove where we just spent a lovely night's stay. The ladies have all gone back to their families now. They just left and they are ready to go pour back into their family, work, and just show up in a different way. So I wanted to just quickly plug my business there. This is my website. Go check it out. On the 5th of October, I am announcing the 2024 calendar, and we will have, I think, only 10 dates for you to choose from. So I can't wait to see you on one of our trips. But let me get into this video. Done promoting my business for this video, but I'm going to start by saying that this week we are talking all things self-care. Now, self-care, you don't have to invite me twice. You don't even have to mention it, because I'm going to mention it to you and we're going to have the discussion, because to me it has been my superpower. It is where I get one of my superpowers from, and that is just to go back to my family and give them all that I've got. Self-care is not just pampering. Self-care is more than that, and we're going to get into that right now with this video. So go get your cup of coffee, because you know how we do what we do on here. We enjoy it with a hot beverage or any beverage of your choice, to say the least, and we're going to get into it. So many of us know self-care as, you know, the spa date, I'm going to take a hot bath, I'm going to run the bubble bath, I'm going to live my best life while I'm doing it. But I'm going to challenge you a bit and say that how about changing self-care, or rather rebranding self-care as romanticizing your life? Let me get into that part, because by romanticizing my life, I have actually glowed up in a big way. There's going to be two parts of this video. The first one is going to be self-care and what it is to you, and then we are going to discuss how you can romanticize your life. Over the years, I think we've realized, especially during 2020, that, oh my goodness, actually self-care is more than that. Self-care is really to not just physically take care of yourself, but to mentally take care of yourself. And this journey of glowing up and this journey of becoming, unfortunately, forces us to look within. And not just within, but deep within. So we've done the parts where we've prepared for this journey. We are doing all the preparation. And now what we are about to do, we are taking the internal work up one notch. And I am going to continue to challenge you to listen to that voice within, because that voice within is the one that is your future self that's calling you. Something I was thinking about in the week was that, you know, that during this journey of glowing up, I just don't want you to miss that currently you are where you are meant to be. You wanting to become a better version of yourself and you yearning for that doesn't mean that you are not where you're meant to be. Someone said something so profound on this Fempower trip that I'm on, Deslin. She said that right now she's momming, and she realizes that before momming, she was, she was a different version of herself. And she did different things. She studied, she explored, she enjoyed her life. And she said, next, it's going to be another version that's coming. And I feel like when she said that, to me, it was that of acceptance and living in that moment. So please don't jump to the becoming part when you are not living in the now. Now is preparing you for who you are becoming. And I thought that while I am on this topic, I just need to mention that to you. Please stay within the now. Live within the now. Feel the now. Exist within the now. But know there's a better you coming, and you're working on it, and you're putting in all the work to become her. So back to self-care and romanticizing your life. So my way of self-care is journaling, and my way of doing internal work is reflection. And I think that is important for everybody. I think self-care for me has shifted so much because I do understand that it is self, it is self, and self becomes selfish. But I feel like the care part is the nurturing part, and that is the giving back part. So it becomes self and selfish, but the care part is when you give back. And when you give back to your loved ones, your family, and everybody else, that tells me that you took care of you. We can't pour from an empty cup. That is such a cliche, and such a, saying that we're all used to. But today I want you to literally listen to every word I'm saying. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So fill yourself up. Fill yourself up with things you love. Fill yourself up with things that sparks joy within you. This is different for everyone. Of course, that will be the case because we are different. But for me, self-care used to be, when I was younger, self-care used to be with friends and, filling up my cup and spending time with people I love. Now, self-care for me is journaling. Self-care for me is worshiping. Self-care for me is really spending time with God because He fills me up and I get to pour more of that out onto others. And I think that when you understand that self-care is truly self, and it is okay for you to be selfish, but when you understand that that allows you to give of yourself to your loved ones, you will really make the time, you'll make the effort, and you will pour into that thing. So on these Femme Power trips, I always encourage ladies and I always say, you need that break. You need that break. I'm not saying that you need to run away from your family. I'm not saying that you need to disconnect from the world. I'm saying that you need to remember that you are still you. You have something to offer and you cannot be that. You cannot be you if you don't spend time with you. And so that is what true self-care is to me. It is when I truly say, Chandre, what is it that you love? What is it that you enjoy? Can we do more of that? And when you do more of that, it's like it just sparks more interest, it sparks more joy. And the more joy you have, the more joy you will keep on giving to the world. In this video, I've mentioned a few times, the more you pour in and the more you are able to give. But I really think that is the essence of this video. I need you to understand that one part. I enjoy nice places and I enjoy beautiful coffee shops. So I make sure that I slot that in at least once a week. That is also the day that it's a future self day. So I kind of hit two birds with one stone. And that's amazing because when I do that, I know that for some reason it really helps with my creativity. I don't know what about it helps with my creativity, but I've realized it. And something I think I should also mention is that when you are doing more of what you love, you will be so amazed at how many other things you'll discover about yourself. It is insane. There's so many layers to you that you don't even know of. And I don't know if you have ever in your life done something and while you're busy doing it, you're like, oh my gosh, and you realize that that was really you. You really did that. And when you're in that moment and you realize it, it is so intense because it makes sense to you that that is actually your gift. So I feel like gifts are discovered when you are forced or when you make time for yourself, because how else will you discover that you have a gift to bake or cook, or that you're actually great at knitting or great at sewing or designing if you don't make that time to tap into that. So that is my version of self-care and how I feel about self-care and what I would love for you to take away from it. And now I'm going to talk about the most exciting part of my life, and it's something that I've tapped into in a massive way, and that is romanticizing my life. In romanticizing your life is a person, I think that would be me, and purely because of the fact that I cannot just have a cup of water. I will put the water in a champagne glass. I will put the water in the cutest glass that exists. I will not just take a shower. I will add a candle. Whatever it is to romanticize my life, I will do that. And I will do more of that. And I feel like that is kind of, in a very weird way, been my way of connecting with my community online, because they're able to just like, oh. But meanwhile, babes, all I did was I just used a different cup. We're both having tea, but I'm just using the saucer, and the cute cup. We're both having a bath, but I'm going to put in the rose petals. Silly example is I wanted to drink more water, and I'll insert the water bottle here. And even worse is that I have now bought this water bottle, different handles. So the one is pearls and the one is gold, and I'm just like, who does that? Like, I was thinking the other day when I bought it, I'm like, but Chandra, who does this? But that is how far I'll take romanticizing my life. Drinking water is something I do every day. And if there's a way for me to romanticize it and make it even better and, just upgrade the experience, I will do that. And I think for me, it has really forced circumstances to change, circumstances to come in alignment with what I'm putting out there. So romanticizing your life is also not just all the nice things I spoke about. I will always come back to the internal part, which in this case for me is I make sure that I try to also, as much as I romanticize the physical, I mentally want to be there too. So that has not been easy, and I'm not even going to lie about it, but for me, that has taken my thinking up a bit, because I'm forced to. I'm now forced to think bigger. I'm now forced to not settle for the bare minimum. In friendships, in relationships, in opportunities, I am able to think and add value to whatever it is, and tax to whatever it is I have to offer, because I understand my worth. I started stepping into romanticizing my thinking. It shifted a whole new world for me. It became my reality. So I was forced to now see the value I truly add, because when you romanticize your life, you see what others see, because you're forced to, because you can't just think the bare minimum now. You're now forced to think more than what, or expect or accept more than what the bare minimum is. So that really flows into all these areas of my life, and it allows me to show up that way. And I think when you show up that way, immediately everything else just comes and falls into place. And before you know it, you're a step closer to the person you want to become. It is mental, it is internal, and that is why the work that you do mentally and internally is so, so vital. So I'm going to stop this video, because I feel like I can continue for days about this topic, but I really want you to understand that it is important for you to take care of you. You matter, you're important, and the world needs your authenticity. Love you so much. Take care. Bye.